Hello folks and welcome back to Xenonauts 2, where last time we shot down a destroyer class and we ended the mission just doing it, and it turns out it's nighttime. Great. That's going to be phenomenal, isn't it? That's going to be lovely and bad for everybody. Right. There will be attempts. There will be attempts. Okay. Honestly, I remember this map. Maps are now made. They're made in like bunches. So it's not as if there's like, oh yes, guaranteed what this map is. But we shall try, nevertheless. $33. Okay, so if you go over here, you lob a frag over the top. Does some damage. The guy got over there. You lob a flare over the top, because you can. Hi! I'm very glad I didn't. I was going to throw a second one. I'm very glad I didn't. Throw a flash over the top. Suppresses you, but not you. There you go, they're both suppressed now. Good. Get down. Easy, sunshine. Easy. That's the shield immediately gone. Oh, I remember this from the demo, from like the beta stuff. Oh boy. Oh, please. Why do I even bother? Let's see, you can go over there. I'd love to get you captured, but we're gonna save all the capturings for later on, I think. They're up top. Richie. Right, Kevin. Astrid, you gonna stay there and keep an eye on that direction. Human. If there's a human running around, it's possible there's not. That's an interesting sound. That is an interesting sound. Fortunately, you died. You got the kill there, Cooper, so I'm not overly upset with the fact. Well, we know there's something over here, so And there's no time limit to this. Put some flares out. As and when we can. Kevin? Unfortunately, that's not possible. I wish it could. Like, it's there, it has damage stats, has everything we could do. Unfortunately, that's not possible. I kind of wish this was like XCOM, where you could choose to put stuff onto the actual transport. Therefore, we could leave extras on the transport specifically for you. The alternative, I suppose, is you arriving extra loaded down. He's still alive. Interesting. What is that noise? How much map have we got here? That's the end of that. That's the end of the map. Okay, so go over here. Clear down that side. Move here. Down. Okay. Harris? Flare? Move. Keep eyes over there. That's Falk. Okay, there's one of those things here. It died because it only lasts a certain amount of time, which is fine. That's good to know. Right. Oh crap. That's not very good. That's not good. Hopefully you stay alive. Check a flare deep. And move up. Right, okay, good. Okay, so it's just these three now. Don't like it. Check a flare out long. And get down. Check a flare out long. Okay. I think there's someone around here. Did you spot something? How far can we go in this direction? Quite far. Okay, there's a whole screen that way. I'm assuming that the ship is up here, possibly. Okay. You got grenades. Just lob out as much of this as possible. We've got eyes here. Hi. We have a target. Really? That's in the way. Have you got a... Okay, insufficient to you. Really? That minus 50 is... The range is a problem, but it's also the intervening object, which is a problem. That meant the intervening object would vastly solve issues for me if we could get rid of it. I'm concerned about what's in here. I am really concerned about what's in the building here. Yeah, someone's dead in there. There's definitely something in here. Yeah, it's gonna be a mantid, isn't it? Okay. You could open fire here. I'm assuming that means that you generate. There should be one nearby, maybe. There it is. Good. Suppressed as well. Good. You like suppressed. Okay, so if we go here, 46. If you go, you need 41 to have full speed. You guys are in the way. Still 46 because that's there. So if you go over here, and move to the side here. Kevin. Good. Get down. Edgar's fine. Let's put some over here. Can't see it at the moment, but it'll be very beneficial in the long run. This is still a disaster over here. Yeah, so if you're here, we're still... Yeah, so we can go up to here. There's still like an entire like block here and a block here as well. Okay, over here-ish. 2. There's 2 of them. Okay, Richie. Get down. That's Falk. If you go over there... Lob far. Lob far. Right, we found it. We found the ship. Harris, you can't get that far. Move to here. Kevin, you can get that far. You can't go there and crouch. You can get over there though. You got 31, so you should be able to get a good shot over here, hopefully. That's in the way, but that hopefully will be okay. Right, okay. So there's two over here still. Concerning. We found you. You can chuck it over, absolutely chuck it over. It'll help out a little bit over there. Right, we know there's something to worry about over here. How far can you lob it in the building? Lob it that far? Yeah, good. Stay down. Right. Nice shot! Right, we know there's a bug around here somewhere. It's over there. Really? Come off it. Crapsticles. Right, Kevin. Make your way over there, Kevin, to support. Please. Matt's Falk. Ricci. Harris. Wilson. Okay. Why, dude? Do you want to die? Is that what that is? I don't see the bug. You definitely shot at the guy. Okay. Lob one far. Okay, we got eyes to the end of the map here. Good. Falk, move to, like, here. Land it on the roof, sure. Harris. That's just doors. That was just the sound of doors. So I think we're clear here. I think we're in the clear here. Horrible thing to say, but we're gonna clear out this corner as well. A little bit far. Make sure that this square is clear. It might be. I don't think we've heard any movement here. A little bit far. Okay, I think we're okay here. Bulk. Nope, we're not entirely in the clear. You can walk around the front of this thing, so... Wilson? The angle is going to be here-ish, but if in case that's the case, you actually have a good shot over the way over there. So keep it that way. You go inside. Not sure if you went inside or not. Okay, anyway, so let's keep this down here. What's happening down here then? Garner? I think we're in the clear. Yager. A little bit long. In that corner. A little bit long into that corner. Okay. We're in the clear, I think. Down here anyway. Daniel. Move up. High. Shot. Harris. Okay, if you get Reachy over here, can't get a good shot off. You maybe over here. If you move over here, can you get some shots off? A 52% shot. Take it. Good. Lap the. You can't lap the vehicle. You can't lap the vehicle. Okay, fair enough. Right, Wilson. Move up as well. I think. I keep saying I think we're okay. That's happened a lot these days. There. Move up to there. Move up to there. Astrid, move over here. Harris, just... Have you got it? You got... Unfortunately you haven't. Do you have the... You have chuck something over there. Just so you have an idea. They're not going to get flanked over here. Harris, go check that out real fast. Okay. Wilson, you have to go set up over at the back here, pretty much. You're a sniper. Ooh, no, move over here. I think we've cleared everyone outside, so you're going to go over here. Look over there. Get down. Good. You're ready. Right. Garnier. Cooper, you've been hit, so now's a good time for you to help out with it. Matt doesn't have any more stuff. Actually, hang on. Who's not going to go in here? Drop that on the ground. Drop that on the ground. Move over here. Get down. Grab those two, because you're going to make use of that. Fine. Same thing with you. Get over here. Drop that on the ground. Move over here. Pick up the smokes. Kevin? Okay. Moment of truth time, I think, for a lot of us. Celia? A couple of people who are wounded here. single floor. There's one in the distance over there. You got a shot? No. Okay, Mats. Smoke it. Smoke it. Light in there as well, because you can. It is dark. Right. Get in. That was the idea, is to get these people in here. Smoke it. Okay, light in the corner over there. Down. Harris. Kevin the Yager, honestly, smoke over there and that, smoke over that section as well if you can. Thank you. I guess you can move a little bit further forward. Okay. Right. Good. Can you pop a smoke in there? Thank you. Perfect. Like, if we manage to get them unconscious, that'd be lovely. Not a requirement, but that would be fantastic if we managed to get them unconscious. Can you flick... Oh, you can't... Can you flop a smoke in there as well? Can you... Damn it. Too close range. How hurt are you? You're hurt, but you're not badly hurt. Over there. Throw a flash. They're suppressed, good. Put down. Another back end smoke in there. Cooper, you're fine-ish. Hoffman, can you get over there? Heal. Can you get over there? And heal. Harris. And the Yager, they're suppressed, that's good. Okay. Unconscious. Yeah, okay, we have an unconscious vision here. Right, yeah, you're bleeding badly, but you're alive. You're bleeding badly, but you are alive. Smoke me. Suppressed. It's more important that I do this, I think. That was more important. Okay, who's still got to go? You've done a turn. Garnier. Try to figure out how many people we've still got. Hi, Mentark is right there. Wrong thing. That was not the shotgun. God damn it! That's a suit of armor gone as well. That was not the bloody shotgun. Oh, wrong. Yeah, you can't stay in there. Smoke that as well. Get inside. Damn it. That was a bad call on my part. That was an entirely bad call on my part. Easy, sunshine. Really, people? Come on. Oh my god, people. Right, he's unconscious. Go sit on him. That tends to mean, in my experience, that they tend to stay down, hopefully. Pick him up. Hopefully, if he's picked up, he's not gonna wake up on us. Damn, that's really annoying. I'm really annoyed at myself because of that. That was really, really stupid of me. Crap. Alright, smoke along. You could smoke long too. Ow, that's nasty. Where the hell that was bad. Okay, open that up. Kill the fucker. I was not unconscious, he's dead. Right. Can you get out of this area? Get out of that, because that's bad. Whatever this is not somewhere we want to be. Really? Okay, I need someone to go there and pick that up. Who wants to go pick up that stuff over there? Cooper? Grab that. Grab that. Grab a smoke. We know where it is. Can you flash yet? Oh, he's suppressed. You got 20. Get down. And someone who can get there and smoke it. Get there 38. Long bomb the smoke in there, Wilson. Okay. Who's hurt? Your word, because with your fine now. Get a heal in. Okay. Thank you. They're having fallen unconscious. Good. Oh my god. Hang on. I'm hoping. Hang on, are you still alive? I can't tell if you're alive or not. Corpse, but you've still got stun. Have we secured it? There's still people alive. There's still an enemy outside. Oh god, hang on, they might be coming. I have no idea if that means that they'll come this way, but okay, whew. For a split second there, I thought we had to hold it for 3 turns. Sorry, Garnier, that was my bad. I screwed up there. Not necessarily that you would have necessarily won. Yeah, the worst part of that is the fact that we lose the armor. I've got to rebuild that armor. Harris is down for 15 days. You're down for 19 days, but that's... Yeah, you took more damage there. Kevin Diag is now lieutenant. Local survived 1. This one, Alenium, so we can actually upgrade we can upgrade the generators now. I mean, that was pretty good. Ooh, hang on. Are you back yet? We tested this out, right? This works. If I put in double torpedoes here, can you launch there? Launch interceptors. You. Are you over land? If you auto resolve the attack, it used to be the case that you could do it. Commence the attack from the side, please. Oh, it hasn't reloaded yet. Damn, leave. Leave. In that case, that was my bad. We haven't actually loaded. Get out of here. That was my fault entirely. We actually haven't reloaded. Because I'm an idiot. Close. The autopsy of the civilian. Regeneration. Regenerates a certain amount of hit points. Higher ranks regenerating more, also heals any bleeding wounds. Does not heal stun damage. Bad eyesight. Have poor eyesight at distance, causing the shooting to receive -2 accuracy penalty per each tile of range. Weapons, Sibelian Claws melee, and 35% energy resistance. The reptilian creature known as the Sibelian is an imposing physical specimen, standing roughly 2 meters tall and weighing almost 150 kilograms. It appears to be warm-blooded with sharp claws and savage teeth that imply a carnivorous diet and predatory origin. The majority of this body mass can be attributed to the unusually heavy skeleton-scaled hide of the creature, with the remainder consisting largely of raw muscle. Unsurprisingly, this hulking physique makes the creature rather difficult to kill in battle. Furthermore, rumors are circulating among your soldiers that civilians possess some form of rapid regenerative ability. This appears a plausible claim, given that almost 10% of their blood consists of coagulants and unspecialized stem cells, although capturing a live specimen should allow us to verify the facts of the matter. Despite its fearsome appearance, the subject possesses a well-developed brain that implies only a slightly less intelligence than an average human, i.e. similar to one of our engineers. Of course, this is written by the head scientist. However, these creatures are reportedly ponderous by nature and react slowly to unexpected situational changes. They have reflexes being their lowest stat. It's still fairly high by human standards. Thankfully, the remarkably physical attributes of the civilian are somewhat offset by their vision, which is superb at short distances but rapidly becomes indistinct as the range increases, perhaps implying that the natural habitat of these creatures is thick vegetation. Civilians are thus best engaged at distance, beyond the reach of their bloody deadly claws, and where their marksmanship is compromised by their poor eyesight. The UFO Destroyer. The Destroyer is larger and more powerful craft than the Scout, measuring slightly less than 40 meters in length. The heavy armor grants this craft significantly improved survivability, but thankfully also appears to have reduced overall speed and agility. Analysis of the Destroyer suggests it has been constructed to fulfill multiple roles. The armor is thickest on the underside of the vessel, and may signify its use as ground attack craft. However, the large interior space and sizable frontal airlock in play can also ferry troops or supplies where required. Substantially increased power generation appears to be responsible for the improved performance of the craft, e.g. the energies and weapon systems are no larger than those on the Scout, instead the Destroyer's larger reactors simply feed them more energy. The result is a vessel that poses a genuine threat to our X-25 Angel interceptors, while also being capable of carrying more crew and cargo. It thus seems safe to assume these destroyers will shortly become commonplace in our skies. We can now research quantum teleportation, plot, which is how the things get here, and the civilian corpse analysis. So research reading laser weaponry, and also we need to build sentry guns, and also I want to do another set of armor. We've only got the 2. Also the base upgrades, I need that too. Because we need to have more power. More power! Right, anyway. Angel returned RTB. Very small. Angel 1's been fully repaired, fully refueled. Yeah. Fully refueled. Hang on, just checking. Xenopedia, so we have another soldier weapons, accelerated weaponry. Which we already had that before, didn't we? Yeah. Are you fully stocked? You are fully stocked. How long until you're up and running? 20 hours. Damn. Launch interceptors. Tail until overland. You're overland now? Okay, commence attack. Why triangle? I don't understand. Right, start over here. As far back as you possibly can. Lob it. The second you're done with this, leave. Oh no, I thought it's not 2, it's more than that. Never mind. I thought 2 was enough. I guess not. Okay, I can't do it with 2. I can't do it just with 1 craft. Right, Angel 1, RTB. Right, go back to your previous iteration then. I think it 2 broke the armor and then the sidewinders finished the job. I can't remember how this works. 16 hours. Okay, well. So again we lost another assault. Let's get you in there. There you go, loadout applied. Take one of these. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Good. And the heavy. Our heavy got hurt? Edgar Harris did get hurt, that's true, fair enough. Have you got a spare heavy Wilmerberg? Get in there, please. Kevin the Yager got 53. Daniel Cooper is at 72. How are we doing how are we doing on living space in this base? We lost 3 people, so can you get 3 more soldiers in? 3 more good soldiers? Do we have 3 more good soldiers? I think I hired all the good ones. How are we doing on the different recruits? 0p? Refresh them, please. Right. Tabor Farkas, thank you. Stian Van Dyke. Eva Meyer. That's 3, right? Yeah, TU-wise, that's literally all of them. Okay, I'll grab those. Very small. Let's send you out. I'm not gonna... Bam. We took damage, but we're back. Accept the results. Head back home. Medium. And I would love to be able to destroy that, but until we have Angel 2 back online, it's not happening. How long until Angel 2 is online? 1 hour. Getting the double Skylance and then dropping. Angel 2 is recovered, Matt's Falk is back online, Angel 2 is fully refueled. Laser weaponry. The remarkable progress of Elenium has finally brought handheld laser weapons within our grasp, Commander. A prospect that appears to have generated a significant degree of excitement among the rest of our organization. Although annoying, this enthusiasm is not misplaced. My research suggests lasers will substantially outperform our existing ballistic firearms in terms of damage output and are much easier to aim due to the projectile traveling at the speed of light. The laser apparatus in these weapons is relatively simple, differing little from those already commonplace in modern electronics. The challenge has always been that delivering sufficient power for military use requires an energy source the size of a truck, rather than defeating the point of making them man-portable in the first place. Thankfully, the enormous energy density of Elenium virtually eliminates this problem. Though heavier than the equivalent ballistic weapon and requiring more frequent reloads, these lasers can be carried by all but your most feeble soldiers. Finally, as you are no doubt ignorant of the finer points of laser physics, note that these weapons are not heat rays. As such, they do not cut or burn their victims. Rather, they are beams of coherent light that pulse many hundreds of times per second, superheating and blasting away the surface of the target with each one. Such weapons have little trouble tearing gaping wounds into biological flesh, but are also extremely destructive against harder targets such as enemy armor or battlefield terrain. So the damage multiplier is now 135 compared to the 110 of accelerated, and the armor destruction is 8, rather than... We have no penetration, but we do burn through armor. Easy aiming? Laser beams travel at the speed of light, making laser weapons relatively simple for unskilled soldiers to use. Soldiers firing laser weapons therefore gain 0.5 accuracy for each point of accuracy below 65. A soldier with 55 accuracy will therefore have an effective accuracy of 60 when firing a laser weapon. A soldier with an accuracy of 35 would have an accuracy of 50. A soldier with 70 will have no bonus. Okay. Low recoil? As laser weapons do not fire kinetic projectiles, they do not suffer recoil in the same way as conventional firearms, although the spinning magnets within the weapon still cause a degree of destabilization. Laser weapons therefore only generate half as much recoil as conventional firearms, making them more accurate when using burst fire. Energy damage. These weapons inflict energy damage on the target, which is far more effective at damaging battlefield terrain than standard kinetic weapons, although still not as effective as explosive weapons. So we're more likely to punch holes in things. Oh cool, but we'll do that. We can research heavy lasers. Laser pistol, laser rifle, precision laser, laser machine gun. We shall research... We also observe the civilian. Sentry guns are being built. We can now research laser pistol. Elenium is the issue for us. So, precision laser. Let's check this out. So, accelerated sniper rifle, 46 kinetic, 12 armor penetration, 2 armor destruction at a range of 26 tiles. Precision laser, 46 energy. It's exactly the same amount of damage. What? $40 for the machine. So, laser rifle is 40 energy, accelerator is 40 kinetic. I'm very confused. Five shot capacity rather than the 20 shot capacity. So you weigh... No idea how much you actually weigh, do I? 16 loaded. 16 loaded as well. Yeah, the Elenium is going to be the issue with you. Yeah, so the Elenium is going to be issues with you. Air weapons, not quite there yet. So we can research. So that's oncoming. That's oncoming. We've got one more left to do there. Yes, we'll just let that go. Well, it's been a long episode, folks, but I want to end with something that's happening. Want to get something to do next episode. A potential support to North America region has fallen into control. Okay, so that's things can. Oh, really? Damn it! There's one of those guys as well. Okay, they're going to keep changing, so we definitely need to get you on side as soon as possible. Sentry gun's done. Working marauders. We have they've arrived. Lovely. 5 days until that arrives there. Okay. The warden armor's done. The generators are coming online. Come on, give me something to do. The 9 days. Observation Civilian. We know all the top bits anyway. Having spent some time observing our captive, I feel I must express my admiration for your soldiers. Subduing such a fearsome beast could not have been easy. The Civilian has been pacing the containment tube like a caged animal since it arrived, roaring furiously and throwing itself against the glass with such frequency that most of my staff have been forced to relocate to the other side of the laboratory. Basic communication was surprisingly simple to establish, as our captive has never been shy about demanding food whenever it's hungry, which is all the time. It speaks a rough, guttural language with a limited vocabulary that proved simple to translate. Sadly, extracting meaningful information has been difficult. Civilians appear closer in intelligence to apes than humans, which makes them rather poor conversationalists, and raises some awkward conversations about how they came to possess starships. Testing their purported regenerative capabilities proved more valuable. For once, it appears battlefield reports have not been exaggerated. My observations suggest the captive is capable of healing damaged tissue at such an astonishing rate that the matter urgently warrants further research. Nonetheless, the process still takes several minutes to complete, an eternity on the battlefield. Finishing these creatures off quickly will prevent it from becoming an issue. Tissue regeneration. Improving medical stuff. Improves the meds stuff, yes. Heavy lasers are for aircraft, vehicles, and base defense batteries. UFO hull plating makes better. You can make better armor. How long until we have funding report? 12 days. 12 days means I kind of want to do quantum teleportation, because that means we will get more money in the funding report. Right, I wanted to find somewhere to end this, but since we can't find somewhere to end this, I might end it now. Because nothing's turning up for... Oh, hang on, wait. Tactical mission abduction. There we go. Abduction. It's happening there. In the polar region in Canada. It's a regular abduction. We can remove you as an infiltrator. And then we need to have a certain amount to get that point there, but it'll do that. Regardless, folks, next time we will be ready to go there. We have a full team for this? Do you have a full combat team for this? You're online, you're online. Kevin DeYager is low. Daniel Cooper is low. Sokolov and Veronesi. Okay, we're going to save you as the default rifleman for the time being. Sokolov is so weak, though. Jesus Christ. Sokolov, you are ridiculously weak. Hang on. Do you have someone else going to replace Sokolov? Fabricus, you knew. You're going to get your first taste of the action. Smoke. There you go. Think of that. Veronesi. You're fine. Hoffman. Take one of those as well. Vilmaberg, you're okay. Wilson. Have another one of those. He's fine there. That's fine for you as well. That's Falk. I kind of want to give you like an extra shield or something, just so you can. How big are you? 1, 2. Okay, you're far too big. You're specifically too big. I can't put secondary, can I? No, you can't carry a second shield. Over combat load, you can't even leave. Well, I think that's everyone. If we want to go launch the combat team now, that's everybody. Cool. Everyone's ready. We'll abort launch for now, but we'll be back next time, folks, when we go there. I will see you then. Bye-bye.